Okay guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I know again it's been a little while. I'm not really playing Yu-Gi-Oh very much. I'm playing like maybe once a week, if that. I've been doing other things, a lot of training, a lot of work, and yeah, just trying to play for fun. But I'm not gonna lie, this is like quite a fun deck, and I've gone. What is it? I've only lost one game in the last two locals, basically. This is a slightly different version to the one I'm going to talk about first. But yeah, if you like more Metalmorph content, then stay tuned. Obviously, this is utilising the newest one. I did go get second in locals recently with this. I only lost one game because I got sacked. The guy just opened like unbelievable both games playing tier elements. And then last time, before the new card came out in ALIN, I went undefeated and won locals. So we'll talk about that deck profile first. So let's get into that one just real quickly, and here it is. Okay guys, so just going over the deck list I played last week before we get into the profile for basically post ALIN. So obviously you can see the new Red Eyes is not in this list, and that's because obviously I played this last week before that was released. But yeah, just to go over it really quickly, obviously 3 illusion starting from the top, and this is really good because, like I'll explain in the video, this can get you into the Fiendsmith stuff as well. Only 2 Flame Swordsman, it just adds you all the other cards, it's extra consistency, but you already play 3 incoming time machines, so there's no need to have more monsters that are bricks in your hand. And also incoming time machine is better because it can add from grave as well. 1 of the Zoa, just because it's a good extender, but it allows your opponent to extend as well, so it's not worth playing more than 1. 1 of each of the big monsters, you don't need more than that. The black metal stuff, just because it can add you full metal and it gets you a seals on your turn. And obviously you can see I can play the Bestials there, Magnuma and that. 3 Engraver, 1 Lacrima and 1 Luri. I think that's just mostly standard. As you'll see in the list, I did change the ratios a little bit, but you'll see there. 3 Ash, 3 Fua. I think you got to play 3 Ash just because I do summon from deck a lot. So even on my opponent's turn, if they Fua on their turn, then they'll give them at least a draw, so gotta be careful there. Fua is obviously just really good, and like I said, free income time machine just there for consistency. Super Poly is just a silly card, and we don't really need our extra deck, so we've got tons of room for it. 1 tracked, 2 thrust and the talents. Obviously thrust can add us tracked and incoming time machine, and it can also add us or set us our Metalmorph stuff, like our traps, so that also comes in handy. 3 Imperm and then a Paradise, not much more to be said about that. Then the extra deck is just like, there's so much space there. So the only ones you really need, 1 Striker, 1 Seals, and that's obviously for the black metal stuff. Then obviously the SP and Moon don't really need, but SP is really good for the grind game, and this is quite a grindy deck, so it's really good for that. Moon you don't really need, I've never made it. So that could be something. 2 Requiem comes up, so and it's nice to have them too, especially if someone tries to unicorn you. Then you got a Sequence, a Monday, 2 Desiree that you cut to 1 as well. The Garua and Mud Dragon for Super Poly, Necroquip, obviously for Fiendsmith, and then 1 Caesar and 1 Typhon. Typhon never made as well, that's another flex spot. So if you don't play Super Poly, obviously you've got Garua, Mud Dragon, Typhon, Moon, that are all flex spots, that's 4. And then obviously you could play less Requiem, less Desiree, and then there's another 2, so there's like 6 flex spots that you can mess around with. So that's what I played last week. I won locals, went undefeated, played against White Forest, Lab, and I can't remember what the others were. It was a long time ago now, so I can't remember, but yeah, so obviously played against like half decent decks, so yeah, not bad. So now that one's out of the way, let's get into what I played this week. Okay guys, so now that one is out of the way, we've now got the newest one that I've just played. So there are some changes I'm going to do to this as well, but I'll talk about those whilst we're going through it, so that you can change them straight away if you want to, rather than waiting for the next profile. That might be in 6 months time or whenever the fuck I'm going to do another video. So starting off, we've obviously got one Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon, one Metal Zoa. I really hope they print this as a high rarity in the tins or something. 2 Flame Swordsmen. Then we've got one Zoa, one of the new Red Eyes Metal Claw Dragon, 2 of the Metal Illusionists, 3 Incoming Time Machine, 2 Max, and 1 of the newest trap. Right, so we obviously only play one of the 2 big ones because they don't really get your plays going. Yeah, they set the traps, but pretty much this sets your trap, this sets your trap. They all do the same thing. They all set your trap. So I still don't really want to draw these, and you don't need to play 2 of this because you can summon it from the graveyard as well. So yeah, I'd only play one of the big ones. I play 2 Flame Swordsmen just because you can summon it. I never do really, because I just don't think that effect is good. It's good for time and stuff, but it's not really good to go. I'd rather summon one of these 2. So I only play 2 because then with 3 Incoming Time Machine, that's 5 additional of anything else we want to add. 1 Zoa because this card is actually fucking shit, but sometimes it's really good as like an extender, and obviously it is a Fiend level 7, so you can tribute it to summon the Zoa. Well, that's the one that you're using most of the time, so it does come up, but I just think Konami ruined this card by the fact that why does your opponent need to have an extender? Why can't this just be special it and then set trap? That's not broken, do you know what I mean? That's not a crazy card, is it? But I don't understand why they needed to make it so that your opponent can combo as well. Really bad against Raziel. If you know you're playing against Raziel, don't put it in because they can just set up ridiculous. They can summon 3 monsters and then add from there. Yeah, just don't do it. Against Red Eyes Metal Claws Dragon, this again is kind of good, and I thought about maybe doing things with like Black Goats that laughs, but you can only, once you send a face down card to the graveyard to summon it, you can only add from grave or deck if you have a Max Metalmorph on your field or in the graveyard. So this is also not really that good. It's okay, but it's just not the greatest. So yeah, I just play one on one of these because I think Konami just fucked these. Like, it's not going to make it crazy if this doesn't let your opponent summon and this just lets you set a card. Like, I don't see why I don't do that. Metal Illusionist, this could go to 3 just because this gets you into your Max Metalmorph stuff, and also it gets you into your Fiendsmith stuff because it's a light spellcaster, but you can make it become a fiend, and then you can just go into Requiem and then combo into your Fiendsmith stuff. You can't really make Desiree. It would be the more like just set up Lacrima and Requiem and Grave and stuff like that, but it's still something. So yeah, then obviously 3 Incoming Time Machine, like I said. This one is just, you can add from grave as well, so it doesn't really matter if this goes to grave, you can just add from grave. Then Max Metalmorph is obviously the best trap. Most of the time we will have a dragon or a fiend to tribute to summon this, and then this one is good because you can tribute any of these, any of this, any of these, and then summon any of them again. So yeah, that's why. But I only play one of those because yeah, it's not the greatest one, because obviously you'd have to have one of these on the field. Moving on to the next part, so we're playing just a little black metal package because obviously it can add us our full metal, and now it can add us our metal claws if we want to. So it obviously does have a lot more utility. If you're going second and you know you're going to go second, I always side 2 out, just because it's not a powerful go second normal summon. It's a good go first normal summon, but go in second is not good, so I always side 2 out. So just have that in your mind if you want to in that. But this is also still really good because this gets you a seals, and then seals obviously gets you the option to summon the full metal if you want to. So yeah. Then on to the Fiendsmith package. So this is obviously changed. So I'm playing 2 Engraver, 2 Lacrima, 1 Lurie, 1 Tract, and 1 Paradise. So I would take 1 Lacrima out. I did buy one, which I'm annoyed about now, because I thought my Lacrima got banished and then it kind of kills your grind game a little bit. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll play 2. But then 2, I just felt like I had too much Fiendsmith stuff. So yeah, I'd probably cut one of these and then just leave it 2 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lurie, 1 Tract, and 1 Paradise. I won't go over these cards too much because they've been around for a while now, so don't need to go too much. And then this is probably what makes the deck so good. So we've got 3 Fua, we've got 3 Ash. I'm playing a Mutt and a Druid's Worm just because this adds us our black metal, adds us our full metal, and then obviously if we add Druid's Worm and we summon Druid's Worm with black metal is a send and a negate. So you obviously summon this, so you banish something, you tribute it with the Metalmorph trap, that summons a negate, and then Druid's Worm sends something on the field. So these are quite good in Metalmorph, I think. 3 Imperm, just like another pretty solid hand trap, not much to say about it. And then I'm playing 2 Thrusts because Thrust can also get us talents, but this can also add us our Time Machine or our Tract if we need them. So this is also a way into Metalmorph or Fiendsmith or just into go second stuff. Then 3 Super Poly and 1 Cooled By. I'm playing 3 Super Poly because there's so much room in this extra deck. We don't need anything for the Metalmorph stuff. We only need it for the Fiendsmith stuff really. So we just have tons of room for Super Poly. So yeah, wouldn't change it for anything. I really like this stuff. I never drew too much, never too little. And I really do think that these complement each other, because also you have to think that Engraver, so if you do the Lacrima, put a Requiem back, shuffle it, and then summon another Engraver with Requiem when he's on field, you can actually use Max Metalmorph to tribute it to summon Zoa. You can get your 2 pops, and then if you manage to set this one as well, then you can tribute your Zoa to summon your full metal. So like, as long as you can get to your traps and the Fiendsmith stuff, then you can get into both engines. It's really, really cool. Really, really nice. So yeah, it was really, really fun. I can't lie. It was actually so fun. And like I said, I only lost 1 game. And that was because game 1, I won the dice roll. I set up Caesar, the negate, and then I had like a couple in hand and stuff. And obviously graveyard interruption. But they had Super Poly talents both games, and what you're supposed to do about that? You just can't play through Super Poly. It's a joke card. He Super Poly'd into Mud Dragon, called Light, and then just played under Mud Dragon, and I couldn't out it because I can't target anything. So what am I supposed to do? I can't target anything. So he just Fiendsmith comboed, and I just couldn't do anything. So yeah, a bit shit really, but it is what it is. Requiem, 2 of those. Did come up a couple of times, summoning the 2. I'll definitely keep it at 2. And then if you come up against like Unicorn or anything like that, it will always come in handy. 1 Sequence, 1 Agnonde. This was obviously really good as well. 2 Desiree. This is something you could cut as well, but again, it's up to you guys what you want to do. Necroquip, I'm classing as kind of a what is it, Fiendsmith card. So this is obviously really good as well. And then 1 Wave King Caesar. This is just good as well for the end boards. And then we're going to go into Stroker Dragon and Seals. Don't need more than this. Like I said, it's only going first. It's not like mental for the grind game. They would use the Fiendsmith stuff for the grind game. This is just for like going first. And then obviously we've got Moon. I never needed this, so this could probably come out for something else, but like I said, there's loads of flex spots. SP Little Knight is good if you're playing like a control build or a controller game. Little Knight is just so good for that. And then for super poly targets, just played the two best ones are obviously Mud Dragon and Garura. This covers pretty much most decks and most ranges. And then the last one was Dragospelia, just because people will play like this is Desiree and something else, or do you know what I mean? Or any like if you play against Branded or any decks like that, then Dragospelia is just good and it gives you another form of interruption. So yeah, that's just it's good. Super Poly is like a stupid card. So yeah, that's obviously the both deck profiles that I've played recently. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I am going to put this down for a few weeks because there's a couple of things I want to play. I want to play Mitsurugi. I want to play. I'm going to play Chimera at a regional soon, so look out for that. And then what else? There's something else I was going to play. Can't remember what it was. Oh, Dragon Ruler Red Eyes. That's going to come out soon. I'm just waiting for my cards. They should have come Friday, but they've still not come. I'm recording this Sunday. This video will probably go up today, but yeah. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you guys put with Metalmorph? I'm just trying to find something the most fun and the most competitive. I will say that I don't really like Fiendsmith. I don't think it's fun. I think it's a bit boring. But it allows me to play Metalmorph, which is cool. Like I said, the only things wrong with Metalmorph is the Zoa. Where is it? Is this card and actually the new one. Like the new one does help a bit because now we can activate cards on the traps when we set them on our turn if this is on the field. But why this one lets your opponent play and this one you can only do it if you have a Metalmorph card in your grave. And I just think these cards did not need that restrictions. Metalmorph's not going to be broken, is it? It's not like it's going to be anywhere near what yugioh is doing or anywhere near Malice. So I just don't think Konami needed to do that. But just is what it is, and it seems to be every deck I want to play Konami makes good but shit at the same time. But yeah, alright, cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.